Okay, so as usual, I'm going to do a beer review. As usual, I've not done that many, but I'm going to do another beer review. Hopefully, this is a new phone. Hopefully, the microphone's not shit and you can hear what I'm saying. There is the first beer from my new package from Beer 52. Oop. Yeah, I'm getting some kind of delay at my end as I look at the screen from what I'm filming. So it's the first one I'm going for. This is meant to be the theme of this latest box from Beer 52 is rugby countries that are entering the Rugby Cup, whatever it's called, but Ora Limoncello series, Limoncello IPA brewed with lemon Sorrento. This is going to be hopefully really lemony, citrusy, really sour, and I'm quite looking forward to this. I like fairly extreme beers. Oh, can you read that? About now. Can you read that? I'll read it to you anyway. Founded in 2016, Ora is an independent London brewery dedicated to creating beers that marry the qualities of finest Italian ingredients with contemporary beer styles. Incluse. Now I know it's Italian. Incluse. I can't keep up singing. Incluse is a specialty. That's not Italian either. Explores sensory connections between brewing and gastronomic traditions. And it's actually brewed in Belgium. It's actually getting really international there. Canned 4th February 2019. Best before 4th February 2020. I'd really like to taste this in about 6 months' time. But I'm not going to. I'm going to taste it now. Okay. Can you see me? I need something to rest this new phone on. I should really have gone for landscape, not bloody portrait. Fucking idiot. For a start, you're gonna be having me blurring in and out of focus. So I've got a. Although my phone's an upgrade because it's more modern, has the latest features, is actually a much cheaper phone than my old phone. This is the OnePlus X, and see why I stopped using it. It was a lovely piece of kit, and even though it was getting a bit outdated and didn't have things that this new phone has, like fingerprint technology and face recognition, it just kept working. Battery was starting to run down a bit, hold its charge for less time, but I was really disappointed to crack the screen. I'm not sure how long I'll be holding on to my new phone. That's an Alcatel. It's not as good because it's cheap. It just doesn't feel so effective. So we'll see how it goes. So reviewing a beer. I've opened it. Only faintly smells of lemons. I think what I need is glass. I'm going to drink a beer. I want it out of a glass because it does. Smelling the beer as you drink it significantly affects the taste. So that's what I'm going to do. Significantly affect the taste by being able to smell it as I drink it. Back in a minute. trusty glasses. Now this was around before sensible glasses for beer became a thing. So you could whined about beer glasses before, but this is for more of a normal British beer that's been around for ages. Yet they didn't have that kind of straight glass, so something rounded that you stick your nose into. Any glass that you end up sticking your nose into, you're more likely to smell it. Something rounded at the top. Actually, it probably isn't that good. Better if the curve was up there. German wheat beer glasses are good, if you know what I mean. Not massive steins. What fucking ease on that? Look at that. Look at it. Amazing. Some kind of pseudo Somerset accent, if you're wondering. It's vaguely how people from Somerset sound. It's exaggerated for comedic effect. It's very lemony. I would have it even more lemony if it was me. It's got that fermented fruit flavour that not when you eat fruit that's just about to go off and it tastes slightly fermented, but a lot of beers nowadays will have fruit added late in the brewing stage, and it's a bit fermented and it's got a real tang to it compared to pure barley beers. Malt is barley. This has got that fermented fruit added to a beer tang to it, but it's not bad, it's not overpowering. I've had some dodgy ones that some people think are amazing. That's nice. It's actually really good. It's unusual, but really drinkable. So although I say I would want something more sour, it's not like I could drink 3 or 4 pints of it and get hammered. I could drink more of this, so it's pretty good. Not the most exciting smell. Yeah, but it's a good beer. I'm very impressed by it. Recommend anyone drink it. 5.5%. Nicely get me tipsy. Got lactose in it. It's not vegan. So the reason they put lactose in beer, it's milk sugar. So and it doesn't ferment. That's why they put lactose in beer. Milk stout has lactose in it. If you're ever wondering what milk stout is, yes, can't imagine. I'd like to have tried it less sweet now. Now that I know, it's put doubts in my head, but I do like it. I can't say I like it and then suddenly find out it's sweet. It's kept sweet. Retroactively think it needed to be changed, but I can't help but wonder what it would be like without that sweetness. Definitely recommend it. and I'll be back when I've got more beers to review. Yeah, sure, there was something else I had to say. If you think that Marvel are creating some kind of campaign to hide the failure of the Captain Marvel movie, and that it's actually done really badly instead of really well, you're deluded and obsessive. You've got yourself in with a bad crowd of deluded, obsessive weirdos, and you should need to stop thinking like that. You need to broaden your experiences and start hanging out in the real world with real people. I went to see it. It was pretty good. It wasn't amazing. The previous film that I'd seen, actually, we'll forget about the latest How to Train Your Dragon movie. Forget that. Previous comparable films, Alita Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel was better. Some people will disagree, but I thought it was. There's some clumsy feministy messages in there. I actually support feminism, but I don't like the trope of a guy being a bit clumsy and that being how the woman becomes cool, rather than just have the woman be cool. It's so, for instance, I think there was some fuss made of Nick Fury washing the dishes, and I thought, what's wrong with him washing the dishes? He's, living in the real world. I think if it just happened in passing, but I seem to remember it being mentioned in the script as they're chatting to each other in the film, and thinking, what the fuck would they make a big deal out of him washing the dishes? Just have him wash the dishes, and it not be remarked on, and not something to think about, There's another feministy thing is there's a reason why it's called a cockpit, said by a bloke to Bree, and she's being a human on Earth before she goes off, said to Captain Marvel. That's quite funny. I could imagine someone saying it. It's not it's not clumsy, actually. I don't think that one is. Yeah, I think there's some bits where Nick Fury's being clumsy and not being cool. And you can't have him being cool all the time. But to try and make Captain Marvel a better example of a strong woman by him being a bit dumb is a bit silly, I think. And I don't think it's silly because of anti-feminist reasons. I think it's silly because it's slightly patriarchal and condescending. It's like adverts where the guy is really selling things to women where the guy's a bit clumsy. That's condescending to women, I think. It's a specifically feminine product, and suddenly the guy is like, "Baby, I don't know what's going on." Ooh. Make a fool of himself. And yeah, if it's to sell something to women that's a female product, or not even a female product, but a task that a woman would do in an old-fashioned household with traditional gender roles, and the woman's good at it and the man's terrible at it, and that's something we laugh at. That's misogynistic. It's not misandric. It's not, it's actually bad for women and men, isn't it? The man's terrible at washing up or terrible at cooking. We all laugh at him. I don't know. Anyway, it's quite a good movie. Anyone that's going down that rabbit hole needs to stop. Get back in the real world. Okay, bye.